All right, this video is a companion to number 13 on our Unit 7 practice test. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's one of our common word problems for rational equations. And it's what's called a related work problem. And so this is just if two people could do the job individually in a certain amount of time, how long would it take them to do the same job if they worked together? So here we go, number 13. Working alone, it takes Anderson 8 minutes to sweep a porch. Philip can sweep the same porch in 4 minutes. If they work together, how long would it take them? Round your answer to the nearest tenth of a minute. So that last sentence tells me that I'm going to get something that has either a repeating decimal or goes out quite a ways and then stops. I'm not going to get a whole number. So what we want to do is record the different values that I have for each person in the problem. So I know that we were told that Anderson's time to complete the job was 8 minutes. Philip's time to complete the job, and here the job being sweeping the porch, was 4 minutes. And so we're going to create a variable. We're going to say let x be the time it takes them to complete the job if they were to work together. Now we don't know what that is, but we need something to represent it. Now, what we have to do in these kinds of problems, we have to think about, well, how much of the job would they complete in 1 unit of time, whatever it's being measured in, whether it's minutes, hours, whatever. So this one, the job is being measured in minutes, how long it would take them to complete. So the next thing I write is, well, in 1 minute, Anderson would complete 1/8 of the job. Since it takes him 8 minutes to sweep the entire porch, in 1 minute, he would essentially sweep 1/8 of the porch. Philip, since he can sweep the entire porch in 4 minutes, in 1 minute, he would sweep 1/4 of the porch. And then in 1 minute, if Anderson and Philip worked together, we don't know how long it would take, but they would finish 1 divided by x, or 1 over x, of the job, or sweeping the porch. Now, since I know that, I can go ahead and add those values together and create an equation. So how much of the job will they complete together in 1 minute? So I take the amount that Anderson would complete in 1 minute, 1/8, and I add that to the amount that Philip would complete in 1 minute, 1/4. So we have 1/8 plus 1/4. And that's going to give me the amount of work that they would complete together in 1 minute if they were truly working together. So that's going to be equal to 1 over x. So with this, we go ahead and find our common denominator here. Our least common denominator is going to be 8x. And so I'm going to multiply both sides of the equation by 8x divided by 1, just like we did in the previous video for 11 and 12. I'm sorry, just for number 12. Number 11, we were able to cross multiply. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply both sides by 8x divided by 1. I'll distribute that across on the left-hand side, and I'll end up with x plus 2x. And on the right-hand side, I'll end up with equals 8 if you cancel out factors. Now, once I have that, I can add the x and the 2x together and get 3x plus 8. And then if I were to solve it, what I'll end up with is I'll divide both sides by 3, and I'll get x is equal to 8/3, which is approximately 2.6 repeating. Or it is equal to 2.6 repeating, I should say. So that means that my answer would be 2.66666 on forever. So if I round that to the nearest tenth, if Anderson and Philip were to work together, they can sweep the porch in about 2.7 minutes. And that's how these are done. Consider the times if they work alone. Declare a variable such as x, like I did here, for the amount of time it would take them if they worked together. Consider how much of the job they would get done if they worked for 1 unit of time, in this case 1 minute. Write an equation with those for out of 1 minute how much of the job would get done, adding them together since they're working together. And then solve that rational equation. And that'll tell you how long it would take them if they worked together. And that's it.